So another thing we can use our graph for is finding roots or determining how many roots a function has. So I think it's important to realize what is a root. So a root is where a function is equal to 0, but a root is also where it crosses the x-axis. So let's go back to the function I was using. So f of x was 3x cubed minus 2x plus 1. So this is the function that I'm going to look at. So I'm going to come over to my calculator and type this in. So 3x cubed minus 2x plus 1. And then I got to determine my window. Let's just see what this window does for me. So this is my graph. I can see how many times it crosses the x-axis. So from this graph I can say it has one root. This is where it crosses the x-axis. That's the only place, so this has exactly one root. So let's write that. This has one root. The question is, what is that root? So if you want to know a root, there's two ways you can do it. You can either use the intersect feature, or if you come up here to second and then trace, which above it is calc, so second calc, we can determine a 0. Zeros are the same as roots, so I'll go down, number 2. Then what it says is I need to bound my function. So I need to bound this root here. So I want to go somewhere to the left of it. So now I'm to the left of it, press enter. And then I go somewhere to the right of it, now I'm to the right of this root. Then it says a guess, just press enter. The 0 happens at x equals negative 1. So the root to this function is x equals negative 1. What that means for us is that f of negative 1 equals 0. That's what a root is. A root is wherever your function is going to be 0. So let's see. How about we'll try a different function. Oops. This time I'll try f of x is going to be x squared minus 2x minus 8. Let's see what this function looks like. So I'll type it in my calculator. X squared minus 2x minus 8. Here's my graph. Now I could zoom out to see the bottom of this graph, but I don't think I necessarily have to. How many roots does this function have? Let's see, it crosses the x-axis twice, so it's going to have 2 roots. Let's figure out what those 2 roots are. So let's write that. This has 2 roots. And let's figure out what they are. So first, let's look at the one on the left. So I go to second calc. I'm looking for a 0, so number 2. Now I go somewhere to the left of that. So now I'm to the left, press enter. I need to go somewhere to the right, press enter. And I see that my first one is at x equals negative 2. That's my first root. Now let's figure out my next root. So my next root's over here. So second calc, I'm looking for a 0. Go to the left of it. Keep going here. There we go. So now I'm to the left of it, press enter. Scroll over. Now I'm to the right of it, press enter. And we can see that's at 4. So my 2 roots are x equals negative 2 and x equals 4. So you can look at the graph, say where does it cross the x-axis, those are your roots, and then figure them out using the 0 feature.